2022 was a rough year for crypto. There's no doubt about it. We've seen massive hacks, bankruptcies, and billions of dollars lost due to poorly run companies. But the good news is that in 2023, I'm expecting big things because a lot of these poorly managed companies have died out. People are much more careful where they invest their funds. And to survive the bear market in 2022, you had to be a solid project with a solid roadmap and a very strong team. So in 2023, I want to focus a little bit more on widespread adoption, how crypto and blockchain are going to be mass adopted by people who aren't just in it for crypto. And I think that's going to be through blockchain gaming. So I want to focus on some games in particular that are modeling their business model off of very successful traditional games, let's say like Pokemon Go. In today's video, I want to talk about one project that I've been looking at for a while now. They have a lot of big developments coming up in the land NFT space, a lot of big developments in just AAA game space. I want to talk about Gate of Abyss. It's an upcoming location-based RPG game, which is a role-player game on your mobile that's set up for mass adoption even among non-Web 3.0 community, as I said, which is very, very important for widespread adoption. It's ultimately going to be releasing in Q1 of 2023. On iOS and on Android. And really the way to think about this project, how to think of Gate of Abyss, is think of Pokemon Go, but instead of going ahead and catching Pokemon and collecting different Pokemon, you are going to go around in the game fighting mobs, completing quests, and fighting raid bosses. So it's even more action-packed than, let's say, like just a Pokemon Go. It's also incredibly fun to play with family and friends, and it's promoting this community aspect where it's not just focused on earning money, but it's trying to build a solid game that people actually enjoy playing. And this has been proven from data that many just play-to-earn games die out, don't have a lot of traction because they focus too much on people earning money and not enough on actual gameplay and having solid games. So this is going to be something that I think with their model has a lot of potential in 2023. So a few things I want to go over are going to be with mass adoption. Like I said, Gate of Abyss is really taking on this mass approach to targeting a wide audience, not just the crypto community. And this, in my opinion, is very, very important. They're focusing on creating a game that is enjoyable, fun to play, has great graphics, and great gameplay to attract both the crypto users and also traditional gaming users. This is really a bit different and novel in the Web 3.0 space because it, like I said, many projects just focus too much on the earning aspect, and then everyone who's playing the game is only trying to earn money. They find another game that earns more, they leave instantly. They don't care about the actual game. They just care about the little bit of money they can earn, and that's not a good model for a long-term, very successful project. So really, most projects up until now has simply just focused on this play-to-earn approach. Another thing is that mainstream gamers have been critical of this approach. They've not wanted to get involved in blockchain-based games and play-to-earn games simply because the gameplay isn't always great, and traditional gamers don't want to associate with that when so many people are only in the game because of earning money. They could care less about leveling up. They could care less about playing with their friends. They only care about earning money. And that's not a good approach for long term. So this is not just a game that you can simply pay to win. So you can't just pay more money to win more. You can't just upgrade an NFT just to earn more money. It's much more in depth than that and focuses a lot more on gameplay. So really, if you look at Pokemon Go, there's about 70 million monthly active users. And if you look at that versus play to earn games, one of the biggest in the world, let's say like Decentraland has less than 1,000 monthly active users. So really, focusing on gameplay, quality graphics, and creating a sense of community is much more important than just building a game that you can earn money in, because that's not why people play games. They like playing games because they're fun to play, they're interactive, you can play with the community. That is why people like playing games, and that is a successful model that I think if, for example, Gate of Abyss is able to attract just 10% of the audience of Pokemon Go, they'd have 7 million monthly active users, be the biggest game by far in the blockchain gaming space, and they would blow all the other competitors out of the water. So just something to keep in mind. And when we're talking about the gameplay, though, because this is something that is so important, for blockchain-based games, traditional games just gaining traction, is with Gate of Abyss. The way it works is with their storyline. The storyline is ultimately that portals are appearing all over the world and evil creatures known as Synthonians are trickling out of them. As a player in Gate of the Abyss, ultimately what it says, according to their roadmap and their documents, it says you are a member of the Alliance, a mighty organization formed as a last line of defense to prevent the world from destruction, and ultimately players have to travel around to fight the Synthonians and close the portals all around the world. It's focusing a lot on that gameplay aspect. In addition to this, the way it works with combat and more additions in the gameplay is that with Gate of Abyss, users turn-based combat mechanics like any classic RPG. They promise a robust and intricate combat system like very successful games have done in the past, and the way it works is you're ultimately killing mobs, completing quests, earning items, and ultimately trying to upgrade your character and like earn items, materials, special gear, gold, and GOA's Gate of Abyss's cryptocurrency token. So while it is a relatively hard game, this is something that makes people want to play it long term. If a game's so easy, people don't want to play it. They get bored of it very quickly. They don't want to play it. But with Gate of Abyss, it has a very intricate system, very in-depth in terms of levels and quests, and that's why people, in my opinion, want to play games. They don't want to play them because they're so easy. They like continuing to see how far they can level up their characters, how far they can go. So ultimately, the Jin token, which is Gate of Abyss's cryptocurrency token, can be used to enhance and upgrade your character and gear. But if you have some spare, you can also trade it on exchanges, cash out, and turn it into real cash if you want to. You can also like battle your friends 1v1 in the game or team up to take on other groups of people. In addition to this, other thing that is very important with this game is with the closing of portals. We briefly talked about closing the portals all around the world and why this is so important, but in Gate of Abyss, the ultimate objective, the key objective, is that you need to go around and close portals to stop the mobs from terrorizing the world. And in order to close the portals, you ultimately need to fight a raid boss guarding it known as a Reaper. Once you approach a Reaper, you ultimately has 24 hours to successfully defeat it. And when you do, you're able to continue along in the game. If you don't beat it, the Reaper will regenerate back to full health, and you'll need to fight it from scratch again. So ultimately, you can fight it collectively with your friends. You can fight it individually by yourself. You can fight it with other gamers around you, and everyone who contributes to the fight gets rewarded, shares the prizes when the portal closes. So this helps to create that sense of community, and ultimately just closing these portals help you level up your character, generate more prize pools, more rewards, and the prize pool is determined based on the difficulty rating of that portal and the type of Reaper that is guarding it. Now let's talk a little bit about items and NFTs. So ultimately in this game, like other blockchain-based games, you can equip different gear and inventory inside the game. And you can also learn different skills to fit your preferred playstyle. But the thing that's important is that with this game, most of the gear and inventory are non-NFTs. So they're not following this traditional blockchain-based game approach, because most blockchain-based games, everything in the game is NFT based. But with Gate of Abyss, you can buy these different items from the shops or obtain them simply from playing the game from mobs or quests. There also are NFTs in the game, but they will not be overpowered. You can't just buy an NFT to ultimately overpower everyone else in the game and just win, because that wouldn't be fair. Ultimately, you can buy NFTs, but they just won't overpower it. And that is something that is going to make it unique in the blockchain-based space, a blockchain gaming space, and it's going to be very important moving forward, because it's going to continue to promote playing the game, actually wanting to enjoy it, because if you don't enjoy a game and you're only in it for the money, then that's not a game that's going to have 70 million active users, monthly active users like Pokemon Go has. So keep that in mind. Ultimately, it's much like buying skins and item cosmetics in other games, only this time the gear you buy, you actually truly own because of this blockchain-based advantage. So in a lot of games, you can buy like skins and different gear in non-blockchain-based games, but at least in Gate of Abyss, everything you buy, you do own that is an NFT. So you can always trade them, sell them in the future, do whatever you want with them. Now let's talk a little bit about what's been going on with land NFTs, because we talked a lot about gameplay. That is so important for any successful game. But when we're looking at most successful traditional games, any game in general, it's like you have to have a great gameplay and also incentives. People like showing how they're able to level up, and if you're able to earn money, that's just a benefit on top of having a great game. So with Gate of Abyss, it has a land sale that is coming up very, very soon. They call it GOALAND. However, unlike many land NFT and land NFT projects out there, ultimately with this, they actually have a game in the making with this game, with Gate of Abyss, which is going to be launched in Q1 of 2023. And that's something that we don't really see in the blockchain gaming space. We see a lot of these projects have land NFT sales, but have no plans of launching a game anytime soon, which is absolutely ridiculous in my opinion. Why are you selling land NFTs to not even have a game coming out soon? Makes no sense. No sense at all. But with Gate of Abyss, the world is a 1-to-1 scale of the physical world, and the entire world is divided into different land plots of 400 meter by 400 meters in size, which is ultimately very, very large. And if you are an owner of a land plot, you're able to earn income when another player in the game transact on your land. When they make any transaction on your land, you earn money from it. And there are ultimately two ways to benefit from owning land. The first is that you can receive income passively. Like I said, when you're building on your land, let's say like shops, blacksmiths, banks, dungeons, chemists, and anything else in the game, you can then go ahead and use this to earn money because by players to sell the gear and upgrade weapons in these different things when someone goes ahead and transacts in one of your buildings, in your plot of land, you ultimately receive passive income. That income is then sent to your wallet, and it's ultimately derived as a certain percentage of all transactions that occur in your lot. Let's say you build a dungeon, you build a bank, whatever transactions take place in the game, you actually earn passive income from that. The actual building owners earn a little, but it's going to be very little in comparison to landowners. Very important to own the land, not just the building, because if you own the land, you can allow other people to build buildings on it. But if you own the land, that is the very, very best way to earn passive income in the game. And the second way to ultimately earn passive income is potential appreciation of the value of the land. As the game continues to develop and continues to progress long term, ultimately the land plots will be sold for more and more. The floor price is at a floor price of $100. And the only exception is if you get in early. They have an early bird promo, which we'll go over in a minute. But ultimately, the floor price of these different land NFTs is $100, and the game will track transaction data points to dynamically value the land based on what's going on in the game. Are people in that area? Are people building in that area? What's going on? And that could help it increase in value or decrease in value over time. But in the event that you already own a plot of land, you can use the valuation tool to gauge the price of your land NFTs and sell them on any secondary marketplace, let's say like an OpenSea. So in general, as more people play it, more people use different areas, it's going to be very beneficial to have land NFTs in the most popular areas. So ultimately, popular landmarks are usually the best for that. Like I said, more traffic, more people building on them. That's the way to earn more money. So Eiffel Tower. One person can own the Eiffel Tower. One person can only own the White House. Those are very important landmarks that you should keep an eye out on. So the GOALAND land NFT sale starts on January 12th, 2023, coming up very soon on the official GOALAND marketplace. So you will get a chance to buy up preferred land plots on a first come, first served basis, just depending on who gets there the earliest. And for one land plot or more, it's $50 per land in the early bird promo. For 10 land plots or more, it's $25 per land NFT. And if you want to get 100 land plots or more, it's only $10 per land NFT. So the more you buy, the more discount they have. This is just like an early bird promo because they are launching this on January 12th, 2023. So moving forward, this is something that is going to be very, very important. There's going to be an option to buy credits before GOALAND officially launches, and this is a huge benefit because it allows you to redeem land plots immediately when GOALAND launches and take advantage of that early bird promo and get first access to getting land NFTs, getting preferred land plots, getting significant landmarks. So that's all very important. So if you want to earn money, those are like the best ways in the game through land NFTs, in addition to in-game play NFTs. But really the land NFTs are great for passive income. So with Gate of the Abyss, they're focusing a lot on mass adoption. They're not really looking at it just from a blockchain-based gaming standard, where most blockchain-based games focus on play to earn and simply earning. This is very important in my opinion because the crypto audience is huge. It's a strong community, but games that have succeeded the most historically are not blockchain-based games. They're ones that focus on building a strong community, fun gameplay, and blockchain integration is just applied in Gate of Abyss to enhance the experience. So it's gameplay first, modeling it off of like a Pokemon Go aspect, focusing on people actually enjoying the game, and then just integrating blockchain-based aspects into it to then make it so you can earn money from simply playing a game you like to play and that you actually enjoy. So while the game does have NFT gear, this ultimately is not going to give people unfair advantages. It's not going to make it so people could just pay their way to get to the top of the game. It requires people actually liking it, continuing to build over time, and consistently playing with friends and family. So ultimately, you don't need a decentralized wallet to play the game. However, as you do earn cryptocurrency tokens in it, for example, like the GIN, which is Gate of Abyss's token, you do need a wallet to carry out more advanced tasks like withdrawing tokens and trading it. You don't need one to play the game, but if you want to be able to sell tokens you earn, trade the tokens, whatever you want to do, you will need one. So that's just something to keep in mind. So with this game, I think it's going to be very, very important moving forward. It's going to have a huge impact in the gaming space, not only for crypto, but just traditional gaming. And moving forward, just having games that are fun to play are crucial in my opinion. So when you're looking at Gate of Abyss, if you think it's going to be a promising project long term, you think it's going to have some significant impact in the blockchain gaming space, I'll check out their land NFT sale, which is starting early January, and also check out Tipsy Coin, which is the governance coin of the company behind Gate of Abyss. So Gate of Abyss is launching in iOS and Android in Q1 2023. They have their land NFT coming up. Just check out all of that. Let me know your thoughts on this project. I don't own any tokens right now, but I am going to be taking part in that land NFT sale coming up very soon. So that's what I'll be doing. I'll keep you guys updated on Twitter, what I'm doing there, but hope you enjoyed today's video, and I'll see you guys in the next episode. See ya.